down, and now the show is going to bring it back up.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you really put it on my shoulders by not keeping it up, and then there also would have just been, I could have just rode your wacky wave. Pat Reagan is here, everybody, and the house artist. Right now, he's got a blank sheet of paper in front of him, and by the end of this episode, he's going to have a full drawing of tonight's episode. One of my favorite artists in the entire world, and he works here on Kill Tony, the great Ryan J.E. Belt, everybody. I'm so happy to have him be part of the team. Freakishly great job.
Do you know he has all the prints are now for sale on his website?
Yeah.
So all the past episodes that he did, you can buy right now.
At RyanJEbelt.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And check out his work on Instagram and follow him there on Twitter and everything else. Yeah, we have dates coming up. This is the other part where we drag down the show for just a moment.
This Thursday, we're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona at Stand Up Live. It's me, Tony, and special guest Aiko Tanaka. So if you're in Phoenix,
town.
there's a Phoenix shooter right now on the highway, shooting people on the highway. So it's going to be real fun.
Yet another reason to come out to the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay off the highways and get into the air conditioning. It's Stand Up Live this Thursday, the 17th. And then I'll be in Toronto all of next week, the 25th through the 30th. Get tickets for that at jfl42.com for those of you listening in Toronto. And then Portland, Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th of October. That's it.
Boom.
And there's other stuff too, but I'm not going to annoy this live audience. It gets really weird when we have to talk about our dates because we have to make money. For those of you that, we don't always just do free shows. You quiet fucking audience. All right? That's how we make our money, is on the road. Selling fucking hot tickets.
On the road.
Yeah. Guys, I'm so excited that you're here. This show is so much fucking fun. Somehow Mondays have become my new favorite day of the week. I love doing this, and I'm so glad you're here because we have an awesome format on this show, and every week I have two of the funniest comedians in the world on this show. These are two returning Jedis of this show, two of my favorite go-to guests, and I've decided to book them together. Usually I would spread two guests like this out over 3 episodes. But tonight I'm just clamoring them together all at once for one big blowout. Put your hands together for two of our favorites, Kirk Fox and Tiffany Haddish. Great. Kirk, motherfucking Fox is in the house.
He's the best.
Tiffany Haddish is fresh off of today's season 2 pickup of the Carmichael Show.
Yes, I'm not gonna be unemployed after a while. That's gonna be nice.
Oh, you might.
I might.
You don't know what can happen.
Well, I'm just glad that I'm just glad to be a black woman with a high-paying job.
Why wouldn't you be?
It's not easy to get that.
I know. I can't get that.
Kirk has trouble getting a job as a black woman.
Tall white man.
He
A
cannot
tall
get.
white man. It's hard for a tall white man to work out
It's
here.
tough, man.
It's
A
true.
lot of racial problems going
Yeah,
on.
and
for all of
everybody
us.
think you play basketball and
Yeah,
stuff.
fuck, they come at me. Don't encourage her yet. Let her just,
Yeah, I'll earn it.
Guys, I'm so glad.
Congratulations on your new money.
Thank you. I haven't seen it yet, but I can smell it coming.
Do you know when you start working on it?
I don't know. I found out on Twitter, man. Nobody
Yeah.
even called me. Nothing. I just saw it on Twitter, and they was like, "Congratulations, seen it on Deadline, season 2." I'm like, but I don't really know if I'm gonna even be in season 2. Nobody said nothing to me.
Oh, yeah. What is
I
that?
mean, if you read the credits, it says I'm a guest star. Like,
No, yeah, that's how it works now. Is literally everybody.
But now it's like a guest star. Guess. You don't even know.
Yeah. Boom.
You gotta just guess.
yeah, I'm with it though.
Kirk, what's that drink you're drinking tonight?
That's a OJ cranberry, just a little sugar, battle the hypoglycemia. Thank you.
You got hypoglycemia?
No, but I just like to feel that I'm just current.
Okay. I got high blood pressure.
Do you?
Black people problem.
But you also got a TV show, so it's a wash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not working right now though. So
On what?
I mean, I'm just here.
Right.
I just found out on Twitter.
Well, congratulations.
Nobody sent the contract, or my agent didn't even call me.
Just a
today.
couple days ago, you were at the Slauson.
I was at the Slauson Swap Meet, like celebrating that I could spend $100 at the Slauson Swap Meet. I got my car washed, got the windows tinted.
At the swap meet?
Yeah, at the swap meet. Yeah,
I got car wash at the swap meet?
Yeah, you can get your car washed at the swap meet. I got a pap smear. I got a pit bull. Got me a new outfit.
Every week, I have Pat Reagan over there ask the guests a question. I leave it out of my hands, and I just let him come up with his own question that he wants to ask the guests. So, with no further ado, Pat Reagan, go right ahead.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
Would a guy like me ever have a shot with you?
Hell, motherfucking yeah! I was just dreaming about you. When I put my lipstick on, I was like, look at him.
Wow, the horse of truth. Out early.
He got abs and stuff. He got an app for them abs.
Really?
Yeah, I touched his stomach. I was like, you in the gym? He was like, no, I got an app for that. I was like, damn.
Well, Pat, what's the first thing you would do with a girl like Tiffany if you got her back to your place?
Grease my scalp? Only the black women laugh because they know what that is.
Get drink, smoke weed, put on music, and just give you a back massage.
Don't get her drunk.
Hopefully not your
Don't
music.
get me drunk. My pussy dry and I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Don't get me drunk. Just
all
grease
the
my
drink.
scalp. I'll teach you how to do it.
Okay.
Every black woman loves to have their scalp greased.
Then I learned how to grease
If you want to make a black woman fall in love with you and follow you wherever you go, you grease her motherfucking scalp. You get you cocoa butter and
And free
part her shit and just run your finger down that scalp. Ooh, Jesus. It's making me moist thinking about it.
You need to put like a YouTube video out or something of what this is because white people have no idea.
I
what
taught
it
you
is.
how to grease my scalp. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember. I actually did do it.
But you got to be careful of the hair, correct?
Yeah, he pulled out a track and shit. He fucked it up.
Yeah, there was a little extra hair there that I was wondering what that was and why there was a hair clip in there. And I detached the hair clip and all the hair came off, guys. Yes, the cheetah of.
Tearaway. The tearaway.
He looked so scared, you guys. You looked scared as fuck. He was like, "Oh shit, Tiffany, what happened? I'm so sorry. I broke you.
I thought it was. Like,
I didn't know you
real.
were in the kilo. I didn't know." Like, yeah.
It's adorable though. However you, whatever that is up there.
Right here, this is recycled Tupperware.
That is.
Yeah. What? This is plastic. You know, you can do so many things with plastic, and if you put chemicals in it and put it in the microwave and melt it down, pull it out, you know, do a couple of things.
It's like
you
a
can make it
chia
into
pet
hair.
on steroids.
Yeah, you can make it in the hair. I just can't be at high temperatures because this shit will melt. So,
All right, Pat.
These are all good things to know.
yeah.
Pat, what's your question for Kirk?
All right, Kirk Fox.
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Nope. What would you say? What would you say to a young Kirk Fox about life, like a 14-year-old Kirk Fox?
Don't ask questions. Just go for it. See what happens.
I like that.
Maybe commit to a one-handed backhand earlier in my life.
One-handed. What do you mean one-handed backhand?
You know, as a tennis player, as a young 14-year-old, I should have committed to either a one-handed or a two-handed, not a two-handed release.
You don't have any other life lessons other than the
No,
one-handed?
that should be enough. If you can just mirror what I just said, you know, try and get through that. Don't just fucking overdo it.
So you played tennis when you were 14?
Yeah. Tennis has been a part of my life since I was just 10.
Can I give 14-year-old Kirk Fox a piece of advice?
You can.
Learn how to grease a black girl's scalp.
That's good to know.
Mike,
Yeah.
I did not know until I was 16.
have you ever hooked up with a black girl, Kirk?
Shit. By choice? No, I mean by choice.
You been raped by a black woman before?
Not completely. I mean, it started as a rape, and then I just surrendered, and I just realized I cannot fight it.
Yeah.
Have you guys, fellas,
Ooh,
have you guys ever
a
been?
bonus question,
Have
I
you
guess.
guys ever
for
been
Pat.
raped by a woman?
Sure, you can
Yeah.
call it what you want. Is it really rape?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't mean it in the hard, weird way that makes everyone uncomfortable right off the bat as soon as I open my mouth and say it.
Have you been?
I've played,
I had
I've
this
played
scene in-
extra week.
In Lawrence, Kansas, where I pretty much got forced into getting a blowjob.
What?
in a bathroom, and I was like, fuck, I don't really want this
forced to
blowjob.
what?
Forced into getting a blowjob.
Oh, I think it's a
I
gift.
hate when that happens. It's like, oh fuck, quit sucking it.
How were you forced into getting a blowjob?
Lawrence Kasdan.
She was this girl was like she was like taking like she was like buying me drinks. She was like trying to get me drunk and to take advantage of me.
I've done that to guys.
Yeah.
I'll do that to you. I won't buy you no drinks though. You'll pay for your own drink.
I'm gonna make sure this happens. I'll make sure he does you right.
But you know, I've been trying to rape you for a minute, Kirk. You keep running from me. This long-legged
I need 2
motherfucker
minutes.
take big steps.
We can do it. I would never say no to you.
You ever got super head before?
Yeah.
Got what?
I don't even know what the question was, but it sounded like I should say fuck yeah.
You know, I sucked my thumb till I was 18. I'm a beast. I ain't never had no
Listen, I got enough dick for everyone. You can suck it till
This
you
is
get
the
it right.
first Kill Tony that I feel like is going to end in a gangbang, and I'm pretty excited about that. So let's get the show rolling. Over 40 comedians signed up for the chance to do 60 seconds of stage time here tonight and then talk to me and our esteemed panel. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Sometimes we give them advice, sometimes we talk to you and find out other stuff, sometimes we make fun of you. Anything can happen, and it's going to be a blast.
Sometimes David Arquette comes.
Yeah, yes he
Oh my
does.
God, I got his phone number.
Me too.
You do too?
Yeah. What's he saying to you?
Well, he be
There's
talking.
no one in this room that doesn't have his phone.
That's true.
If someone will talk to him, he will give the number.
Pretty much.
David Arquette's actually signed up in this bucket before. No, he really has. And I pulled his name out, and David Arquette came on stage and did 60 seconds. Well, it turned into about a 4-minute monologue, but it was awesome.
How'd my name get in there?
But guys, if I pull your name out of the bucket, that means you get 60 seconds of stage time, uninterrupted. Comedians, you know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Oh, that's adorable. Wrap it up then, or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Man, gets a little more annoying every week.
But that vibration felt good on my coochie lip.
Oh shit.
I felt good too.
Oh shit.
Felt good to you too?
Yeah.
You got coochie lip?
I got a sensor. I got a sensor at the end of my dick.
I feel like I don't even have to pull names out of the bucket tonight to make this show happen. I just want to see you two just fucking
Go at it.
make the funniest baby of all time.
It's gonna be tall, it's gonna be fast, and it's gonna be special.
It's definitely gonna be special.
I'll do my part.
This is
What does
great,
that mean?
guys. I think we're watching
What does that
love
mean?
happen
You
here.
just gonna drop the baby batter
I'm
and
gonna
leave
fucking do
me?
my part.
You gonna help
You
me
want the
raise it?
kid. You have all these plans for this
I'ma
kid.
just have a baby with him.
That's fine.
He
I'll
got
watch that too.
Musical skills and tattoos. He's like a rapper.
Do you have
already.
tattoos?
What
He
quarter?
abs and shit. He young, got an inheritance.
Tiffany, next time finger yourself before coming on the show. Your estrogen is leaked into the main room tonight. It's really
You might be able to
incredible.
file a sexual harassment
I'm
case.
just saying, I haven't had dick in like 4 weeks, so.
It
I
feels
believe
like it. You're a little extra fucking really just like,
Well,
and you guys
you're
can't
gonna
even
make up for it
see.
tonight.
You guys can't even see what's happening on this side of the table. So I'm just saying, take care of it before the show next time. I pulled the name out of the bucket. Your first comedian with uninterrupted 60 seconds tonight is Tad Whaley.
What up? Guys, some sad shit happened the other day. Went to a funeral. Yeah. And I had to pray at the funeral. That was fucking sad too. The lady next to me, we had to hold hands and shit, and the lady next to me, she had a nub, dude, like, for a hand. It's a PC world out there. I don't want to grab that shit, but I can't tell her that. It's fucked up. For one thing, like, I don't know. It was like all wrinkly and shit, like, how am I supposed to grab this nub, close my eyes, and pray to God? How do you do that? I don't want to do that shit. So I do it anyway because I'm a nice guy. And I'm trying to think of God, but I can't. I just think of how did this shit happen? Poor lady. Is it an old war injury? I don't fucking know. Maybe she like fell asleep on the train track, got too drunk. I don't fucking know, man. But I can't pray to God with that nub there. So I just put like a parking placard there and walked away. She's handicapped, yes. All right, now you.
Fuck it, 50 seconds. 50 seconds on the stud. Tad, I feel like this is a true story, right?
Yes, very
Whose
true.
funeral was it?
Family friend. He died of cancer. Pretty fucked up.
Old
Yeah.
Nubs.
Yeah.
What was that in reference to? Tad?
Old Nubs Johnson. That was the name of the family friend who died.
R.I.P. Old Nubs, yeah.
Wait, so the person in the coffin had a nub?
No, the person next to me that we were praying for the dead guy,
Right.
and she had a nub.
Right. So
Yeah.
when she was praying, like, did she just put like the one hand up against the nub or anything like that? Like, did she at least give half prayer hands or
I
anything?
mean, I had to go in for it and like, coddle it for a second.
You know, they say hold the hand of the person
So
next
she
to you.
had, I'm
When
confused.
she does
Okay, all right, yes,
When
there-
she does
there
the
was
sign
a-
of the cross, does she like punch herself in the face?
I don't know her that well.
Accidentally.
I just touched the nub and that was it, man.
Did you get tickets for this event off of StubHub?
No.
Your delivery was very like I felt like I was listening to one side of a phone call. Like you, it was like it was very I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was not. You weren't
I felt-
delivering it.
That
like,
side of the phone call was him calling to say he was part of the Manson family and that they just murdered Sharon Tate.
You just got to slow it down a little so we know what you're talking about. Like I had no idea what you were talking about, but it sounded very scary.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about a nub. I probably shouldn't have picked that joke.
No, you
Well,
can.
no.
The nub got funny as we were talking
Yeah.
about it, so there's definitely comedy there. You just
Yeah.
got to slow it down.
Yeah, I'm just nervous.
Yeah, and change the, to the train track thing, make all that stuff funny too. Like, she would try to rob a chainsaw factory. Did she,
Did she go
other
to the Middle East and jack somebody off and get her hand cut off? Stealing dick?
There you go.
Okay, I'll take
Did
that.
she give a hand job in
Yeah.
Baghdad or whatever?
Yeah, hand job in Baghdad. I don't know.
And you got to get to the meat of it faster, right? Like it's
Yeah,
just
I don't really
like
have a punchline.
the
so-
you went to a funeral.
Punchlines are crucial.
Yeah, they're important. They can get you
At
places.
some point, you want to get to
Right.
that.
It's kind of like, how do you pray to God when God didn't look out for her hand?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. I just didn't really get there.
Right. That's what I
And-
felt like he was going for. But it
and-
didn't
Yeah.
happen.
And then,
No, it didn't happen.
And maybe you have too many hands. I mean, why does she only have one and you have two, and you're not doing shit with your two?
Yeah.
And maybe, maybe she had a funeral for her hand at some point, like
And you
after
missed
it got
it.
cut off.
No, I say that sometimes when I do the joke, but I usually have more than one shit.
Right. Where are you from?
Bakersfield.
Fuck yeah, I was gonna guess that actually.
Thank you very much.
How long you been on stand-up?
A year.
You get up a lot?
Like 3 times a week.
How many moons is that? How many moons is in a year? You know when people say like many moons ago?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist.
I just want to know
Like
if
an
you knew.
Indian or something? Like a Native American or some shit? You got long hair?
What is some of your other material like that you usually do? What's it about?
I don't know. I complain about people on Facebook sometimes.
What about it?
Nubs and Facebook.
Shakeology. Like, there's people that push it. It's like really annoying. I don't know.
Shakeology?
It's like a protein shake that people are like in a cult about. Basically, they're really weird. It's like a cult.
I thought Shakeology was what you were trying to figure out when you had to shake that nub. Alright, guys. Even I
You ever
can't.
thought
That's
about being a
okay.
vampire?
But you just got to slow it down a little. You just came up, you didn't even take one breath for a minute, and that's going to scare the fuck out of people
Yeah,
watching
no.
you.
I'm gonna watch this and realize I fucked up. They're gonna
Just take a breath and then just tell the story. But it's a good story if you can make it funny.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll work on that.
Have fun with it, man.
And if it's not gonna have anything to do with the funeral, then take it out of the
Yeah.
funeral.
Yeah, that's
and
what I was
just have it be
thinking,
on,
'cause-
maybe you're on a date with her, or maybe it's like Tinder because she can't swipe left.
Or you're
She had to accept it. Anyway, I like your style. You're like if Jodie Foster let her hair grow out. You have an interesting look to you.
But try and deliver your jokes the way you're just talking now.
Yeah.
That's what you need to get to.
That is-
How often do you get up?
3 times a week, 4 times.
That's good. For a year.
Yeah.
And how many moons is that?
It's 5 moons, Pat. 5 moons. Any more moon questions?
No further questions.
Okay, thank you.
You ever do any jokes about being a vampire?
No, but no, not yet. But I've heard that shit before.
I think you should. You
Everybody's
remind
thinking
me of a
I'm
vampire. Like I would.
No, I've heard that
totally-
so many fucking times.
If you told me you was a vampire, I would totally be like, oh my god, I'm on my period. Like I would. I would fuck you, man.
Okay.
Your eyebrows
4
are on
weeks.
fleek.
4 weeks.
The last thing I got was some old
you.
dick. So don't do that.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Tad, do you play guitar?
Yeah.
You look like you play guitar, and you have the name of a guy that would definitely play guitar, Tad Whaley.
Whaley, yeah.
Yeah. Are you better than Pat Reagan on guitar?
No.
Wow.
I don't have that many songs, dude.
Really?
You have so many different songs.
Yeah, but I suck at guitar, but I have a lot of songs. He's probably better than me at guitar.
I don't want to have a guitar off. I'm
No,
good, man.
I don't either.
Okay,
It's all
we're good
loose.
then. We're good.
Oh, battle.
How many minutes?
There's an extra guitar up there.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I was looking over there,
no.
like if we put that in his hand,
Should we have the
just
first
no,
ever
just like,
Kiltony
no,
guitar duel right now, guys?
Yeah, let's see what you got. Professional. Let's see what you got.
What can you play? Will you play something?
It's not like you got a nut.
Dude,
What the
if-
fuck?
oh, that's it. And we have begun.
What am I supposed
There we
to do?
go.
I set myself up.
Pressure is on.
All right. The first ever Kiltony guitar battle between.
Put Bakersfield on the map. This could be the night.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You each get 20 seconds. At the end of
Do
the
you know
20
the song,
seconds, you're going to hear the sound of a
Can I make a
clown
song
horn.
request? How about, Blue Moon?
When you hear that sound, that means you just wrap up your guitar song. All right. Okay. All right.
Say something.
Pat, you go first. 20 seconds. Here we go.
See how Pat move his tongue?
Wow, 19.5 seconds for Tad Reagan. How are you going to beat that with an acoustic? Let's check in with Tad Whaley.
It's good.
I'm not Pat Reagan. What the fuck do you want from me?
Here's the clown horn. That was amazing. I give the victory to Tad Whaley, everybody. Follow him on Twitter. It's hot all the time.
Yeah.
That nut joke might work with a guitar.
Yeah, I think we just learned that Tad is actually a guitar comic.
Yeah.
So that's the first time that we've ever turned somebody into a guitar comic. But now you can only go on stage with a guitar, Tad. So congratulations. That was fun. Pat, how do you feel about that? You got to.
I feel fine, man.
Uh-oh.
I like the way
Uh-oh,
I
son.
like the way he was working that tongue when he was playing that guitar. Did you see that? He's like an old man with no teeth.
Or like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan bit his tongue.
That's
Oh,
true.
for real? I don't
Yeah.
know shit about basketball except for how much money they make.
Is that
You're gonna
true?
make someone very happy one day.
Yeah, I'm in love with you, Tiffany.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be happy unless Tony pulls a dick out of that bucket.
I don't know what this says, but I'm gonna just give it a shot. Is it Theon Brown? Maybe Leon Brown? Something Brown?
So one thing you guys should know about me is I have been called the Jamal Green of comedy. Does nobody know who the hell that is? My point exactly. So the other day, I had a hard day. I hit a deer with my car. So it was this big ordeal. I had to take it out back. Had to put it to death. And the thing that I can't really get over is why would a parent would ever name their kid a deer? That's my time, all right? Thanks, guys.
Whoa! 36 seconds. Anything? You don't want to do anything else? What's going on, Keon?
Can I get the
Yeah.
joke out in 36?
Yeah, you have 24
Yeah, half the
seconds.
time remaining.
All right. So I just found out the other day that Magic Johnson has a gay son, and I commend that kid and I applaud him for trying so hard to keep the legacy of AIDS alive in that family.
Fuck yeah, Keon Brown holds it in at 56 seconds. Fuck yeah. Keon, I love your style. I can feel your nerves up here. How long have you been on stand-up?
A little over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of spots?
I just moved here from Reno. We only have like one place to go. Like,
Where's that?
Reno?
Reno?
Nevada. Yes, in Nevada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's where
Yeah.
you're from?
Yeah.
Wow. Born and raised.
I was born in Inglewood, then I moved to.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
like witness protection.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt about that. Somebody was running from
Family and
something.
shit, yeah.
You don't just,
So what's your name, Keon?
Yeah.
All right, Keon, do me a favor and let go of the mic stand for just a second. Just kind of chill.
Relax your
And
left arm.
just kind of take a breath, and now we'll just chill a little.
Yeah.
Because
Let's chill.
those might be those jokes could work, but you were so scared that we just wouldn't go on the ride with you.
Yeah, you remind me of like my first date with a white guy. I'm scared as fuck. He was so nervous.
I'd imagine that's about the most insulting thing you can say to a black guy. Like, I feel like he just did a 180 when she hit him with. I don't know if you guys noticed. Like he had to look away and catch his breath for a second.
He was scared as fuck, man. It's like you busted a nut early and was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna try one more time. I know it's soft, but I can get it hard again.
And that's when,
Don't look at me in the eyes. Just don't look at my eyes.
and that's when the girl goes, "That was only 36 seconds." I think I got another 17 seconds in me, baby. Here we go.
Who was the guy at the beginning of the joke where you're like, people say
Well, it actually made sense.
I always ask that.
It made sense, but
It's not a guy.
and it's this easy. I knew who it was. Didn't you say Jamal Charles?
No,
Jamal Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nobody.
Jamal Charles pull up later now.
right.
those kind of
Gotcha.
jokes are, where you're asking the audience a question and it's, I don't know, I'd probably lose that. Is that your opener, your normal opener?
Yeah.
The difference between that working and that not working is you looking down at that stage.
Yeah.
You're staring out there the entire time, it ripples, and the set goes an entirely different way. That's really the main thing that I think Kirk noticed.
Yeah, and I think just everyone needs to just deliver these jokes with the same freedom you had when you thought of it. You're just coming up here for a minute. Don't blow through these so fast that you lose any of the essence of whatever made it funny.
And your jokes are funny, you're just not connecting. When you're looking down at whatever the front of the stage is, which is something that I was guilty of my first few months of doing stand-up, but I probably knocked out in the first few months more stage time than you have in a year. And it affected me. I would look down, but you just have to, if your thing is not looking at the audience, then in this building stage, you need to be staring up all of them right in their eyes so that you can get over that as fast as
But
possible.
I think you always need to take in a room, even if it's 5 or 10 seconds. You got to look out there and see if there's danger or some threats or how to get out in case of fire.
I personally.
But when you get up there, take 5 seconds is plenty of time for us to just say, okay, there's someone up here. But if you don't look up, we don't even see that twinkle.
Yeah, you can always even just look at the back wall. Like for me, when I get on stage, I always just stand up there and pose and smile a little bit and let them like look at me and see how beautiful I am.
What do you visualize?
I do that too. That's the
Like,
same
see
shit
how
I do
beautiful my
too.
soul is. Now I'm about to get these ratchet jokes out. Like that.
Where are you looking, Tiffany? Are you looking? What are you paying attention to?
I always look at the back of the wall, and then if I catch somebody's eye, it looks like they're really enjoying me, then I'll look at that person. Like whoever smiles the biggest is gonna get my attention. That's how I live my
It's
life.
hard. It's hard like that. I have trouble. I close my eyes all the time.
I just look
Really?
above the heads,
Yeah.
right above the heads.
I look at them right down the fucking gullet. I stare right at their fucking soul, and I find the ones that are laughing, and then they're dismissed for the rest of the set. And I will wait until I scan somebody that is trying to not have a good time, and I will stare at them until they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Until they're no longer breathing. I will just deliver every fucking punchline right down the middle.
I do that. Sometimes it's fun to
you.
fixate on someone who's just like not having it.
Eye
I'm
contact
just like,
is
I'm gonna break you.
super important in stand-up because people are coming to listen to you and you have a message and you need to deliver the message right into their face. So you gotta look at it.
And the audience needs to, you gotta believe in what you're selling. Because if you don't believe it, no one's gonna go on the ride with you. So whatever it is you're selling.
You can believe it with your eyes closed, right?
Yeah, you
I don't
can.
know if you're doing a Stevie Wonder impression or something like that.
But luckily for you, your show just got picked up for season 2 on NBC. So, yeah. Guys, and Keon, one last piece of advice. If your name is spelled with a K to start it, then that line that starts the K and that line that's the next, sideways V have to be at least close to each
Yeah,
other.
they need to touch.
Or else
I was in a
people.
hurry. I was in a hurry and I was right.
Yeah, get your spelling together, man, before you get some comedy.
You're the
If you
only
can't spell
person
your
to-
name, you're not gonna get us.
You're the only person to ever sign up in a Wingdings font.
And also remember to have fun, Keon. Like have fun, like because people in the audience they come to have fun, and if you're scared, that makes everybody uncomfortable.
Just think
have fun,
Wingding, man.
Fun ass roller coaster. You at Six Flags? Woo! Fun, man.
Fuck yeah. Keon Brown, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it moving.
Keon, how old are you, Keon?
Keon, come back up here.
Yeah.
Get back up
How
here. Keon
old
Brown.
are you?
I'm up at 37.
22.
Ooh.
I knew
Yeah,
I didn't
listen,
ask
you're
enough
22
questions.
years old. You can do anything you want. So just get up there and have that freedom of a 22-year-old who's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and you got a football player body. You gonna get bitches.
Keon, grab the mic. What do you do for work?
What do I do for work?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing right now.
What did you do before?
I worked at like a warehouse for like delivering tile and stuff.
How long have you lived in LA now?
About 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Have you been doing a lot of spots?
Yeah, I'm trying to get up as much as I can.
Do you miss tile?
No, I think that was a horrible job.
Talk
wanna
about that a
job,
little.
Keon?
Talk about a guy who used to stack tile.
I'm
What?
just trying to. I think he wants me to be a hooker. I don't know.
I was just gonna give you a little side job.
Yeah.
Washing my clothes.
Would you be interested in having
I
a
guess.
side job washing Tiffany
I
Haddish's
guess.
clothes?
Dirty drawers.
How much you paying?
You're a guy without a job. Don't fucking ask me. Jesus
You want me to
Christ.
touch these nasty, dirty panties I got, boy.
And by the sound of things, that sounds like the only way you get to touch those panties at Tiffany. So I'd say do the laundry job, Keon.
If you want it.
What else? I mean, how are you surviving here for
I saved up a bunch of money.
nice working at the warehouse?
So you don't have,
That's how money.
So who are you staying with while you're here? You staying with family or
Yeah, I live with my sister.
your sister?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Honestly, I never asked her what she does.
So let me just tell you something. As a comedian, it's important to ask questions and be aware of your surroundings. So maybe that's the first thing you should do tonight when you go home. Just ask your sister what she does that allows her to support you.
That part.
Does it seem like she's doing pretty good?
Yeah, she does. All right for herself.
Does she leave the house to work, or does she lock her bedroom door and you get a lot of Amazon wish list stuff?
No. She leaves. Nothing like that. She leaves the house.
So at least you're aware of something.
But you've never seen her in any kind of uniform of any
No,
kind
no.
or anything like that.
I think it's something that.
You think she's in the
our mom
tile
would be proud
business?
of.
You think she's moving tile or no?
It's a lucrative business.
Is she
It
putting
is.
on a lot of makeup before she leaves?
Yeah, what? Yeah. You like, do you.
I don't.
Do you even
When
pay
does she
attention
come
to your
home?
sister?
What time does she come home?
Do you have a room or a couch?
I have a room.
Wow.
Oh wait, so she got a 2-bedroom minimum at least.
Yeah.
This is an interesting
She's
mystery.
balling in LA with a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Does she got a man? You don't even know
How-
what?
Is she even your sister? Have you taken over someone's apartment?
Yeah, has she ever come
I know
home in this
she did have a
apartment?
boyfriend that was like, he's like a 6'4", 250-pound guy for a while, so I haven't seen him in a while, so.
What do you do
So
for
you-
fun in Los Angeles? What's your favorite thing about LA that you didn't have in Reno?
Nothing.
Keon, I don't know if stand-up's really your thing. No, I'm kidding. Have a nice day, buddy. There he goes. Keon Brown. He's on Twitter at B2KS Manager. Keon Brown, bringing a little bit of that Reno energy.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
You've been around
Those
a
are
lot, old motherfucker.
That's a Reno attitude. I don't ask questions in Reno.
Yeah.
That's
What's
witness
their-
protection program.
Don't they have some weird motto or something?
Yeah.
Biggest little
ask
city in the
nothing.
world.
Biggest little city in the world. Huh.
Nicest sisters on the block.
Get that back page money.
Okay, this is another name that makes completely no sense, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. Jacques N. Tonme.
So I was walking with this kid who's 20 years old, and we were walking by a poster of NWA, like straight out of Compton, and he asked me, "Is that the Fab Five?" And I was like, "No, that's what, like you don't even know history? You don't know our history?" He was like, "Nah, I don't. I just know Drake." What I think is interesting about like straight out of Compton is like you can think about it as like this story of these like hardcore kids who came up in the 80s, or you can think about it as like the beginnings of a bunch of black billionaires. You know, like it's weird, like that. It's almost, it's like the start of, it's like the Steve Jobs story. You know, like it's weird. Like I feel like I want to see, like you know, like people complained in that movie about like how they didn't show Dr. Dre abusing women. And then I'm like, look, it's a movie that he produced, okay? Like, I would have thought, it's like...
How's it going, Jock?
How you doing?
What is your last name? I'm saying that wrong, right?
It's Ntoma.
Intomai?
Ntoma.
You don't have no girlfriend, huh? I can tell you don't. I can tell you don't.
You sound like the other guy on the phone call that he was.
No, this is one of my favorite actors. I loved you at the end of Tales from the Hood. Just for one person right there. You guys see that? That's how you land a fucking right hook to a friend like that. Pow. Reference. I love that movie too. That is what he said. I think it's like Clarence Williams.
What'd you just say?
Oh no, I don't even know that.
Right.
You don't know Tales from the Hood?
That's because I'm blacker than you are.
And that's why your straight out of Compton didn't connect, because you don't know shit about that. I
Yeah,
can tell you
but
about that.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
something.
you look like
You're very interesting.
Yeah.
You're intelligent. I could listen to you talk about anything. It was like the beginning of a TED Talk.
As a
But
tech,
No, but what I'm saying is, you just got to get to some jokes. I mean, you're a smart guy. You can weave a joke in there. Just weave a punchline in there.
Yeah.
Just work on your comedy, because you have a great delivery.
Yeah.
that was parallel thinking there. I was like, as a TED Talk by Dr. Cornel West. That was
Yes, exactly.
good TED Talk.
Illegitimate child.
But I mean,
right
you're,
But as far as
you're
acts-
likable and interesting.
How long you
just
been doing
need some
stand-up?
comedy.
I've been doing it 4 years.
4 years. All in LA?
No, I moved here 5 months ago.
From where?
Austin.
Austin.
What's your sister do?
I don't have a sister.
But if you did, I bet you'd know.
You're an only
exactly what
child,
she
huh?
No, I have a brother.
Oh, you have a brother? Older brother, younger brother?
Older.
How much material?
So how many times did you get beat? You whooped your ass, huh? No?
No.
For real?
Yeah.
did. Yeah, no one's gonna beat him. He's so likable.
Yeah. Look at him.
Your brother didn't beat you up?
No.
You can't beat up somebody just for reading.
Tiffany, I feel like you want to beat him up just to show him what it's like.
Yeah, he didn't have no real sibling. He didn't get his ass beat.
What are you getting at with Straight Outta Compton? How did it really make you feel?
Well, I just think, like, to me, I actually haven't seen it.
That makes so much fucking sense.
Shock. Did you hear that sound that just
Yeah, I
happened?
did. I let that was everyone being deflated.
But you have to have a seed of truth to anything you're talking about.
You got to see the movie, man.
Well, I think for me it was more, I won't argue with the judges.
Well, let me tell you what. Here's what you can't.
He's a great rebuttal.
You can't argue with the fact that 50 people didn't laugh.
Yeah, no.
That's the only thing that you can base anything on. It doesn't matter what we say.
Yeah.
All that matters is that 50 people didn't connect with you.
I can always argue.
I know, that's what you do.
Yeah.
When you said that you don't know about America or history, you should probably add the tag American history for the Drake reference. But even that, a lot of people probably don't even know Drake's from Canada, if that's what
Right.
you're even getting at.
Oh, I see.
But
Is that what you were getting at?
No.
I was trying to add it.
But it's like you don't even know our history.
I
'Cause,
did.
I mean, no.
Do you want to do like a competition?
Oh, yeah.
That's a point.
And with that said, we're gonna have
Dr.
our
Dre
first.
baby mama used to babysit me so we can go in, boo. I was in the studio. Let's go. What you want to know?
Oh shit! There's
can't
gonna be a
bounce
lot
as
of hair
much as you.
pulling in this
I
fight.
can't bounce.
My shit more down.
Here we go. Try to out history each other. Let's fucking see this shit.
We could fill up like a quiz or something.
See, but when you're like that response, that rebuttal was funny, and that was you being yourself in your character, which
Right.
is like a smart guy
Right.
who can intellectually take someone down, and you just need to fucking find what's funny about that
Yeah.
and inject jokes into it. Into when you're talking about Straight Outta Compton, and you should go see Straight Outta Compton.
You could,
I
you-
think I get what you're getting.
Jacques, you could be the funniest version of Frederick Douglass that anybody's
When you said-
I'd like that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, like interesting fact about, I.
Or just be a black guy who knows nothing about being black.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Certain aspects.
And as long as you always have just a white ball next to your head, I think that'll be what confuses everyone. They won't know who's talking.
What do you do for fun, Jacques?
I like to go hiking.
I didn't realize this was the bio on
He
your
loves ice
Tinder.
hockey and swimming.
Well, don't get me started because I surf, I hike, and I fucking snowboard.
You
so
what? You snowboard?
I snowboard like a motherfucker. You want to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
My
to
parents
the
have a place in Lake Tahoe.
Let's do
snowboard.
this. I got a snowboard, a helmet, and a jacket. Let's do it.
I would highly recommend recording your sets and going over it and really finding where the jokes are in the tags in it, because it seems like you're very wordy, like we've already talked about. But stand-up has to be like right to the point for the most part, because you need to keep them interested. And you kind of just went on and on and on. And it was,
Yeah.
What else do you do for fun, Jacques? What else do you talk about in your stand-up? Other than movies that you haven't seen.
I actually talk a lot about race and dating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's dating going?
He's not dating.
I don't know. Moving to LA is a little different than dating in Austin.
Oh,
Easy
oh,
enough.
yeah.
Man, I'd love to see you talk about race.
No, I'll.
Well,
Talk about it. What do you say about it?
I don't know. I say stuff about like discrimination, about.
Do you do this with a protest sign in your hand?
You know what?
I don't know. Like, I do a joke about how, like, the afro was put on me by a Black Panther, and he said he'd kill my family if I ever shaved it off. And like,
Is that true?
no.
Of course not.
Has anything you talk about ever been true?
Yeah.
Like,
Tell,
what?
tell me one true joke.
One true joke.
And you shouldn't have to think as hard as you're thinking right now.
I think it's.
You're way too smart to be
I'm
thinking that hard about
Well,
one.
no, I don't know. Like, I'm a lawyer, and when I go to the courthourthouse, they always think I'm a defendant.
Are you a lawyer?
Yeah.
Well,
What
then
kind
this
of
is the
lawyer are
shit you
you?
need to
I
start
do
talking
employment
about.
law.
Employment law?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So, like, when somebody get fired from their job because they think they was discriminated against, like, they fired me because I'm black. That's like,
Yeah. That's actually what I. Yeah. that's what I
Okay, so where the fuck was you when I got fired from Alaska Airlines?
Alaska. You worked for
Airlines?
Alaska
Yes,
Airlines.
I worked
That's
for Alaska
snowboarding.
Airlines.
What did you do for Alaska Airlines?
I was customer service agent,
Yeah.
and I was the fucking best.
How did you get fired?
Some bullshit. Some bitch tried to say that I was
This is recorded. You can take a statement right now.
I'm just saying, that was like 13 years ago now, 14 years ago. But somebody's trying to say I was trying to sell tickets and stuff. I'm like, I work in the baggage department. I'm not selling shit, but somebody's basically stole my sign-in code and sold some tickets for cheaper than what they
You
was.
just got
They're trying to
fired
blame it on
again,
me.
Tiffany. Right now, you just got word from
13 years ago was when that Alaskan Airlines crashed.
Yeah. Well, no, that was like 15 years ago. It was in 2000.
Oh my God.
Was one of those in Straight Outta Compton?
Jacques.
Last Airlines flight? No.
No.
Shock. Pat Reagan.
Jacques, I got something to say.
What?
To you. Okay, so like your stance can be sort of a me against the world, because do you feel like an outsider? Do you feel like out of place?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that you have the intellect to defend yourself from being out of place. You have the intellect to rebut what people say. So you can sort of take your act as a rebuttal, taking all your frustrations from people not getting you through your whole life.
There you go, Pat Reagan getting the bear on that one.
I think I'm making a point. I don't know.
Keep going. I'm just kidding.
That's it.
There you go.
I got bear.
Now turn that point into a song and I'll listen to it.
Jacques, what are you most passionate about? What fires you up? What makes you mad?
I think.
Talking to the microphone.
I don't know. I think like social inequality.
Do you know what high school Ice Cube went to?
No, I do not.
He went to Taft motherfucking High School in Woodland Hills, California.
How did they get motherfucking in the name of a high school?
See that? There you go. That's your me against the world,
Exactly.
like intellectual rebuttal to that question.
What's the
So
thing?
there was a question?
I asked you if you knew what
If
school.
you knew it.
I object. That's true. Sorry, I'm just being
Jacques,
Do you know what school I went to?
What school did you go to?
El Camino Real in Woodland Hills, California. I think I was a white girl then.
You're a smart guy, you're a lawyer, just start talking about some smarter shit that has happened to you.
Yeah, start telling people
Instead
how
of
to get
making
out
up,
of jail.
complete worlds.
How to be the case.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, fuck.
Your rebuttals are great. When people come at you, you rebut with something like that's real, and it's like it's good, man. So just I don't know, man. That's some jokes.
Are you in court?
A little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm curious about this. I'm curious to actually ask you. I feel like there's usually like one type of comedy, or like a certain personality, and I don't fit into that. And I think about how do you?
You just be yourself. You become a personality, and then people are like, "Oh, that's that type of guy,"
Yeah.
and that type of guy is Jacques. Oh, that's a Jacques type of guy, and then we're like, "Oh, I get it."
and the name of your first comedy album? Jacques Jams. There he goes, everybody. Jacques. He's got no Twitter. He's from Austin. He's not on Twitter. How's that possible?
Well, because he's a lawyer. Most lawyers don't have social media stuff because they're afraid they're going to get fucked up.
Man. Tiffany
I've dated a few
has
lawyers.
dated some lawyers.
I bet it. I believe it.
Yeah, I had some cases, man.
Fuck yeah. Did you beat the case?
All of them.
Your next comedian goes by the name of Jordan Gannon.
Not even when you're saying Drizzy, tell him again. I've been putting on a show, it was a sellout event. Oh, you need better seating.
Jordan Gannon, ladies and gentlemen, here you are.
Hello, everyone. I have a self-defeating personality disorder, which means, well, you wouldn't care what it means. I live in regret, constant regret, just some things you can't take back, like doing this set, or like when my father died, I was at Starbucks, and I just wished I didn't get the Pike Place roast. I feel like it would make the memory of his death less bitter. I regret all things. You know, I was watching a show, perhaps you know it, Mad Men. I was watching an episode, season 2, episode 1. That's the one where the gay guy makes out with a bellhop. Saw that, had a sudden realization. Oh shit, I'm never gonna come out as a bellhop. All right.
Yes, you have. Very funny. This is an especially nerdy episode tonight, to where even the black guys are nerdy, and that's when you know that we're really hitting our stride, when the cool kids are finding out about it. Jordan, that's very funny. How long have you been on stand-up?
About 2 years.
I like your style. You actually, I feel like out of all the people tonight, you probably like sort of have this. You know you. I think that's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
I work in supply chain.
Really?
I would have guessed architect. Like a
Tried and failed. Well,
see, you look like an architect. You look like an architect, but then you got delivered like William Shatner.
that's what I do when I'm nervous.
What's interesting is you guessed that he's an architect, and his Twitter handle is Architector.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Because when I was wanting to be an architect, I also wanted to be an actor. So,
Holy shit. Holy shit. I just got dizzy. Hold on a second. You wanted to be both an architect and an actor at one point. So when you were choosing your Twitter handle, you were so 50-50 that you're like, fuck it. I'm just going to take a gamble here. And
Would your dream job be an actor playing an architect? Can you
just a nod, yes, for you podcast listeners.
Can you explain the Starbucks joke? Was that just a joke about Pikes Peak? Well, I kind of
yeah, no, actually that's based on a true story, but it's part of a longer bit that I...
So your dad died while you were at Starbucks,
Yeah, pretty much.
and you were...
Really?
Yeah, well, he was probably already dead at that point.
You found out when you were at a Starbucks.
I came home and found it. Yeah, so he had driving to work, pulled over to the side of the road, had a massive coronary.
Oh.
So then,
That's respectful.
yeah, well, I
And
mean,
he pulled over to do it. That you
Yeah,
come
dude.
from good stock.
Yeah. Nacho
My
Man.
dad would have just kept driving. Took out a few people. He would have found a farmer's market. Going alone. Your dad was so passive, he just pulled over. And probably
So what was
maybe
the
induced it himself.
what was the Pikes Peak part?
I just wish I didn't get the Pike Place roast. I feel like it would have made the
Yeah,
memory
it's-
of his death.
It's the worst, right?
Here's my only suggestion. You got to slow it down just a little, because talking to, I can understand you now, but when you were doing your joke, you were kind of blowing through it a little quick.
Yeah.
And the joke is strong enough where project it. It doesn't mean you have to add more to it, but you don't have to be the weird. It's just.
Yeah, no, it's
You know what I mean?
no, I got it. Yeah.
So don't, and you were even doing some hand shit that's not real.
Do you ever go on commercial auditions?
I do, thanks, yeah. Oh, good question. I'm trying to get a new agent.
He looks like an agent that I had once that never got me any work.
That self-defeating.
No one's ever seen that
I think
agent.
I know what
again.
agent you're talking about, actually. That's
Yeah.
sort of funny. You look like you could play pretty much anything. You don't go
Yeah.
on auditions, though.
I live in Sacramento, so.
You need
Get
to
the
move
fuck
here.
off this stage.
How long have you lived in Sacramento? Keep that music going, please.
A couple years. I lived there.
A couple years, which means you moved to Sacramento when you were an adult? Can you please keep this music up? Just keep it there. Answer the question, Jordan.
Yes, I did.
What made you move to Sacramento? Don't tell me a job.
I had to see the big city.
The capital of
Where were you before Sacramento?
I was in Gridley, California.
Hey, do me a favor.
Wrigley?
Will you do me one favor?
Yeah.
Lower the mic a little. Okay. Just because it's touching your mouth and it's creeping me out. Because
That shit is nasty as fuck.
it's got to be
You're right.
enough so that you can use the mic, and you just got to believe you're mumbling like because you think it's cool, but you got to just speak and be that guy who believes in what you're talking about. Like right now, let me hear your voice.
Right now.
No, say right now.
Right now.
A little louder.
Right now.
No, you still don't believe it. Let me just hear you say, "I'm a comedian. I'm going to tell some jokes."
I'm a comedian. I'm going to tell some jokes.
A little louder.
I'm a comedian. Going to tell some jokes.
Ah, my ears!
No. See, but what I'm saying is that's uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell it is. So that's what you have to work on.
I didn't know we had Tony Robbins.
Kirk's changing lives over here.
No, I mean one day Pat will have a talk, but I'm saying just gotta stand tall and fucking sell it because you got good jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way you deliver them,
You're
I don't
delivering
even
them.
want to hear them.
You're delivering them like an architect.
Yeah.
How long have you done stand-up?
A couple years.
A couple years, and how often? How many times do you go up in the past month?
A couple times a week, most.
So how many in the past month? In the past moon?
Past moon.
Oh Jesus, this moon thing's gotta end, Pat.
How many times have you gone up?
No more moon from you.
What date were
I
we?
mean,
No, you're asking how many questions.
That's good. You got
Four
the point.
times. Yeah, no, I get. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, what do you do for fun? What do you do the other nights if you're not doing stand
He
up?
watches Mad Men and jacks off.
Is that true?
Pretty much. He really
How do you know? I'm asking him,
I can
Tiffany.
tell. Look, he wishes he was Donald Draper. Like, look at him.
What do you do for fun, Jordan? Give us something fucking good. Don't say you do stand up.
And don't whisper or I'm gonna make you leave.
Tell us what you do
You
for
gotta
fun.
What do you do for fun?
I don't do. I walk around cities looking at buildings. I write stuff.
You walk around the city.
Yeah.
He walks around looking at buildings, wishing he did that.
wish I did that.
I wish I would have did that right there.
I look at a building and I say I could have designed that.
I could have put
acted
that
in it.
goblin on that building right there.
And then you go home and watch a little
Your
TV
dream is
and
to be
think the
Michael
same
Brady. Michael Brady was an architect
Yeah.
and an actor.
You need 3 kids and a white bitch with 3 kids. Make a movie.
This
So
is,
that's my tip to you. Speak up and
No,
believe. But you're still not doing it. But we'll talk later.
Talk from your nuts, man. Pull it from your motherfucking sack.
Are you, Jordan, have you ever been with a black girl before?
Nah, he done bought some black pussy before.
By the way, what
around
you
the
guys
city
may
and
have
bust
missed, and definitely if you're listening to the show, is the 2 black women in the audience actually answered that before Jordan, and they both gave strong no's, and they were correct. Jordan followed through with his own no a few seconds later, after
Have you
really
ever been
scanning
engaged?
an empty part.
Have you ever been engaged or in love? You been?
Well, sure.
You been in love? Did she love you back?
What, she?
He? Oh, you gay?
Did you tell her you loved her?
Sure.
I bet she didn't even fucking hear you.
Speak up, man. Speak up.
Jordan Gannon, everybody. Come to you, Jordan. Come back, Jordan. We love you, Jordan. This is a very, very special suicide watch episode of Kill Tony, where we're only pulling the most depressed names out of the bucket.
I just want to
What
teach
if his
him how to
dad cried
love.
for help and no one heard?
Just want to teach him how to love.
Jesus. Guys, this is fun. Yeah, this is an interesting. How you doing back there, Jamie Vernon? Double thumbs up. Audience, how are you guys? This is an interesting one. This is one of the shows that is so unproduced and random that you can really hear, like, real life stories out of nowhere.
Let's make this next one awesome. Come on.
But by the way, Jordan, you know, that shit about your dad pulling over to have his heart attack is a totally hilarious premise that I've never heard like anything about. And that's yours.
And you're
You can
welcome
own
to
it.
have the tags I added that
Right.
made it hilarious.
Right.
But you have to deliver them with the confidence that I did.
And maybe change the drink because I had no idea that drink sucked or whatever it was.
And by the way, dude, I completely see what Kirk's saying, and I couldn't agree with the note more. You've gotten away with doing it nice and mellow, and you're right, because you're that likable and your jokes are well written, that you'll get that response, and you think that's the response that you deserve, but it isn't. If you did give an extra 20% from your chest and gut and everything, you would notice a clear difference. I guarantee it.
You'll make money.
Yeah, and I'll take some of it.
You'll make
And you'll
money.
get some black pussy.
Right.
And every white man.
Those are the nights you want to whisper.
A little black pussy.
And that is only from doing Tiffany's laundry.
or her pap smear.
Which she gets done at the same place as her laundry.
Swap it. Swap that.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Let's get some fun female energy up here. Put your hands together for Jill Chrissy.
Hey, how y'all doing? All right. I'm tired of talking about race. I'm so over it, right? I think we should only be focusing on two things. That's good people and bad people. And I think we can all agree that white people are bad and black people are good. What a confusion, you know? No, white, honestly, white isn't real. White doesn't exist. White is an attitude. You're peach. You're peach. Like there's peach people and there's cottage cheese. One of them is actually white, and the other one says it's white and then fires me on my first day at Chipotle. I was giving black customers extra portions. I'm just trying to help my people out. Economics. All right.
58 seconds. That's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done. Thank God.
That's right, sister girl. Funniest of the night in my book.
That's how it's
I
done.
love you too, girl.
You didn't speed yourself up. You didn't slow down too much. You were just you. You delivered right down the fucking
We have a
barrel.
lawyer here also that could probably help you with the
I
Chipotle
love
thing.
lawyers, and we
You
can
saw
talk.
that guy. You
I'm
saw him.
also intelligent sometimes, and I love to talk to him.
What'd you get
Did you like
fired
that
for?
tall drink of water?
Well, I'll take mostly anything.
It's hard out
Being
here.
You and
honest.
Tiffany should have a sitcom.
It's hard out here for us, boy.
Yes, it is.
You funny. I like you.
Thank
you
you.
funny.
Yeah.
I think your jokes were clever. They were right on point to me. Like, and then
I didn't like them. They're a little racist.
well, guess what, motherfucker? It's coming back
I went
around.
against the white man pretty quick, pretty aggressive.
But she didn't call. She said y'all was peach, which is true. You guys are not white. Like, I put white next to you. You're not white.
But black people aren't black. I just
No,
chose to go with the white.
Yeah, because we are really caramel and brown.
Brown.
We're a bunch of different colors. She's black too, but she's very light.
Yeah, she yellow. Nobody in here
Clearly
is
this is
actually
your
white. If
night.
you saw an
Whatever you
actual
want.
white person, you'd be like, oh my God, that's a ghost. They dead. You would be fucking scared if you saw a real white person.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy off and on for like a good 3 years or so.
When you say off and on, like when's I like that last month. How many times in the last month? Like
In the last month, every day, I
cool.
hit mics.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Stay consistent with that, girl. You gonna make it.
You're funny. You believe it.
yeah.
Thank you.
What do you do for work? How you surviving?
I work at a Jewish chocolate factory.
Kosher chocolate, baby.
Kosher. All kosher.
A
Talk
Jewish
about that.
candy factory?
Yeah, it's actually on Sunset. It's called John Kelly's. Any rich people in here? Chocolate? It's very expensive.
Yeah, it's good too. I know, girl. You know I'm Jewish too.
A lot of peach people. Only peach people.
Oh yeah, peach
Everything.
people own that place.
Tiffany, you don't have to keep saying you're Jewish. They already picked up your show for season 2. You don't have to say that. You don't have to keep that lie going.
But they
Mission
haven't
accomplished.
picked her up yet, so she better keep
Right.
I haven't gotten the contract yet, so.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm Jewish too.
If you guys touch hair, is it like Velcro?
That's interesting that you work at a Jewish candy place. Do you think they hired you because they just thought you were a giant chocolate?
Possibly.
They hired her because she has a great smile. She has an awesome personality.
I know, Tiffany. I was making a joke. What is this anti-white thing that just happened all of a sudden?
But they do make her wear foil.
She got a kissing stick coming out the top of her head. It says kissing.
What kind of candy are you slinging over there?
It's like dark chocolate with dark salted
Not
chocolate.
German chocolate, correct?
No, definitely.
No, definitely.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you can have it. I'm here for you. Open with that
Thank
next
you. I
time.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. I'll take that.
Yeah, give me a box of chocolate.
How much time do you have? Like do you have a pretty long set? Like
I'm a humorist, so I write
We'll decide
stories.
if you're fucking
I've been writing stories for like over 10 years.
yeah, but how long of time do you have? Like could you do?
If you were gonna do your own show,
That was it. I don't really
Wait,
have a lot of stand.
you know-
you just have a killer 60 seconds. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Fuck yeah.
I just started like
If you hand out chocolate
maybe
after,
2
you
weeks
can go
ago.
an hour.
You started 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, probably like 2 to 3 weeks ago, trying to find like, cause I want a set that I can do. That
Do you think you could
So
do?
talk about working at the Jewish
Yeah.
chocolate
Yeah,
shop.
get 15 minutes together. I'll let you open up for you.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Because I'm about to blow up. I gotta
Shit, I'll put 15 minutes together. I didn't know you were looking for
I can do that.
I wanted to only help my people.
What do you got against Peach?
I do like peach Ciroc. I will drink some peach.
Do you think you could get?
Peach Ciroc.
Do you think you could get 5 minutes together for Friday at the Ice House?
This Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. Very exciting. This reminds me of the end of Willy Wonka, guys. Very exciting.
You're the funniest.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Makes
take
me
it.
very proud.
Enjoy
Don't
it.
forget the Hershey's Kiss.
I will.
You
Thank
can
you.
have that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Bye. Jill Christie,
She's
everybody.
funny. I love funny women. More funny women.
So we'll see you Friday at the Death Squad show at the Ice House.
10 p.m. at the Ice House. You can see Jill Christie put together a set.
Yeah.
All right, I pulled another name out of the bucket, and his name is Dave Neal. Dave Neal. There he comes. The real Dave Neal.
Right, I know I look like every guy that's been voted off the Bachelorette. Thank you, sir. I come from Rhode Island, very Irish Catholic family. My name's Dave, standard white guy name. I have 2 younger brothers. Their names are Jack and Jameson. Alcoholics on board. Those are their real names. I'm almost 41 when she gave birth to Jack. 7 months pregnant when her water broke on a hike. She had to deliver Jack on the rocks. Jameson's 18. He just went off to college. First week at school. I tried to relate to him, be a good big brother. I called him and I was like, Jameson, you been getting girls' phone numbers? He's like, no, Dave, that's super creepy. I was like, what do you do with your phone? He's like, you just get a girl's first and last name and find her online. If I wanted a girl's number when I was his age, I didn't have a cell phone. I had to memorize it on the way home and hope that nobody interrupted me. I'd be like, 855-0855, 855-0855. My buddy's like, what time's kickball? 4:15. Fuck! All right, that time, thanks.
Fuck yeah, Dave Neal. How long have you been stand-up, Dave?
4 years.
4 years. Where at?
2 years in New York, 2 years here.
Interesting. What do you do for work?
I film and random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're an escort?
Yeah. No, I drive Lyft. I do stunts. I do film work, background work.
Stunts?
Stand in. Yeah.
Do you stand in for Kirk Fox?
No, shit.
Y'all could be brothers. Y'all
Cool.
got the nose.
Thank you very much.
Stunts. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I just talked my way into, like, I told the guy I was on a set photo doubling, and I told him I could do stunts, and then I had to do them. And
What did you have to
It
do?
was in Mission Impossible.
now it was a horror film. I just had to get the shit kicked out of me by the girl who was possessed. So I just had to throw myself around like a room and get shit thrown at me.
Oh, that sounds
And
hilarious.
you were a girl?
No, the girl beat me up, and I had to
she
like
beat
take
you
the
up.
hits and go through,
What movie
walls.
is that? I want to see that.
Exeter. On
Exeter?
Netflix. Yeah. Good movie.
I want to watch you get your ass beat.
Thank you. You're not the only one. Trust me.
So you've been in LA for 2 years.
Yeah, I've been in and out between here and New York.
What made you move to LA from New York?
I got a gig opening for a comic, and I just like took it because it was like steady for a little while, and then
In LA?
well, like all over, but he's based out of LA. Craig Shoemaker, he's an older guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I opened for him for a little while, and then
Love Master.
yeah, exactly. There you go. They don't know him; they're too young. But it was great. Yeah, it was great. It was good, and then that ended. I started dating a girl, so I stayed. Right? That's pussy got me.
How's that going?
I'm mad at her right now.
Why?
I talk about it all the time because she's like every other girl in LA, an Instagram model, And I'm about to go on stage, and she posts shit like, you know, I get to see a photo that she got tagged in on the beach with a dude, you know. But she makes more money than I do, so I just had to be cool with it.
That's a good job.
It's too well, yeah. She's fucking. It's
What does she do for work?
That's it.
Really?
She's an Instagram model.
Well, she's not you're like she's a professional model who also, you know, she makes her money modeling and also Instagram. Instagram makes me mad because the guys can comment on it.
How many followers does she have on Instagram?
She's not like 35,000. She's not like a fucking crazy. She's not like a whore who posts crazy
I'll
shit.
take 35,000.
She just does. I mean, you can promote her Instagram.
She's not a whore.
Yeah, what is it? I want to look it up.
Tasha Courtney. But you'll see the photo I'm talking about. It just pissed me off. But I love her. We're like pretty much engaged, and I got to deal with her.
Why? Answer me this. Why do guys get so mad when they see you post a beautiful picture of yourself on Instagram?
Yeah,
They get so mad when other guys be like, "Damn, that's a thirst trap, girl. You looking good? Like, damn, your body banging. Ooh, that booty fat. Ooh, like, why you get so mad? Why you don't? Would you just be like, dang, yeah, I got the fat booty, bitch? Why you?
But am I right? I mean,
with that shit?
Because you don't know you got her.
How long have you been with her?
She is.
3.5
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
We met years ago.
You're
Yes.
pretty much engaged.
Yeah,
She is.
they're all looking on their phones. Yeah, I fucked it.
She is.
You gotta deal with it. You gotta put up with the bullshit.
Hey, do you want to be on the Ice House Friday? You can bring this girl.
I will bring her. I'll bring her and some of her friends if you guys want.
Well, yeah, they're
She's
not.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not
Right.
a bad looking guy either. You look like Tom Cruise's like third, fourth little brother or
Thanks.
something. You know,
Only
you're a
black
good looking
people
guy.
tell me that, to be honest.
Only black people tell
See,
you.
white people have no idea what you're talking about, but black people are like, yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, for
The black
sure.
girl's laughing. Say the other one's like, yeah, we don't know.
'Cause
Where did you meet
we
this girl
associate
at?
that's
We met on a film set in New York. No, we met years ago on Mildred Pierce, the HBO show.
Oh yeah.
And then she hated me for a long time, and then
Why'd she hate you?
She was just like, I was just like a douche.
She's like, I don't.
I like
fuck
met
Tom
her, and
Cruise.
but I used my lines. They didn't work. And then years later, actually, my first set I ever did while I was visiting, she sat right there, came to my show.
Here. In this
Here,
room.
right there. Yeah, she sat right there. I'll never forget, like, what seat. And then
Do you
she
know
still
what
wouldn't
shit?
date me.
I'll smell it later.
It's the one that the bald guy's sitting in.
She is fine as
She was
fuck.
sitting right there.
I don't even like bitches like that.
Yeah, and
She
then-
pretty.
Can I tell you one thing about your comedy?
Sure, please. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You gotta just slow it down a little.
Yeah,
I mean, you're so jacked up that it.
I know. I was too amped. I know.
Kirk, is that your ringtone? You gotta slow it down.
Yeah, don't sometimes people go too slow, Kirk? Sometimes people go too slow.
Yeah, and then I'll say speed it up.
I'm waiting for that day.
What, do you think that his pace was right on?
I'm just waiting for that day that you say to speed it up.
Listen, I told the other guy to raise his volume and pick up the pace a little.
I didn't want to do something too punchline-y, but those are like old jokes.
No, but I
I
just
just-
mean you were just fucking.
Yeah, I was-
through
I
I
it.
think those
worried
are.
at that.
I think those are. I don't know. I think that's like a general note that could apply to many people. And yeah,
It
it's
can
a
apply-
note. It's a note that you should. It's a note
Brad,
that you
it can
should
apply
take.
to everyone in the world, but
It's
I'm
an-
just
it's-
talking about the guy in front of me right now who was telling jokes too fast.
Can we call your girlfriend on speakerphone and ask her who she's at the beach with? You want to get in that argument right now?
By the way, I think she's
not going to answer. Girls don't answer their phone, but I don't have my
think
phone.
she'd
on.
answer. I think she'd answer.
I'm not going to give you her number in front of everyone.
No, you can just put it. You can call
You
it.
just call
I,
it.
my phone's in the back. If Valerie wants to run and get it, she can.
It's okay.
By the way, I think she might have accidentally uploaded that photo and then deleted it. And
No, I'll show you. It's on her tag photos. This is where I get kind of crazy. I look at her tag
Oh, you be
photos.
looking at her
You know,
tags.
And the dude posted it, and then she was like, "Hey man, nice photo, boo." And I was like, He's not your boo."
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
But we're like really officially, like we're an old couple, so.
You guys are
But it's-
officially engaged?
We
You
wanted.
proposed to her?
Here's this is
Did you give her?
No, here's what happened. So we were in the friend zone. She wouldn't date me, and then we're getting ready to. It was Christmas time. I called the radio station to get a song played, and I told them I wanted to dedicate it to my girlfriend, and they gave me an engagement ring.
Wow.
So we got an engagement ring before we ever dated, and then she picked it up one day.
Perfectly normal beginning to a relationship.
And then we fucked like 4 weeks later. So. Thank you very much.
But are
I
you
appreciate
really
it.
engaged? I mean, did
Well,
you?
well,
like-
Well, we like she literally has the engagement ring, and I haven't gotten.
Who gave it to her?
I just
You do know it's not going to work out with her, correct?
I mean, you gotta get a fucking
Amazon.
job. You gotta make more money than her. She's never gonna marry you unless you make more money than
I
her.
haven't
That's not
peaked,
true.
and she's a model, so we're working things out. She's doing other things, and
You gotta make more money than this bitch.
that's what I'm doing here, guys. I could use your help. I appreciate it. No, seriously though, it might work out. We were friends before the engagement ring. Yeah, it just came in.
Does she think she's engaged, or do you just
No,
think you're
I'm
engaged?
fucking around. Like we're like we live together and shit, but like it's gonna happen, you know.
Did she tell her parents that you guys are engaged? Did she tell her parents?
Neither one of us.
How long have you lived with her?
We've lived together for over a year.
Has she,
But,
but has she told her parents that she's engaged?
We're not engaged.
Do you sleep together?
Oh, okay.
Do you sleep in bed together?
I'm on the couch tonight, so yeah, we sleep together. Yeah.
Do you know her passcode on her phone yet?
Yeah. 5754.
Oh,
What are you gonna steal her phone? Yeah, maybe. Okay. No, I make it sound bad, but you know, like we fucking it's a good relationship, except I got to deal with the fucking dudes writing on our walls.
Welcome
leaving
to
shit.
America.
Yeah, it's 2015.
But you should be feeling blessed. Like if dudes are posting shit on her wall or whatever, you should be feeling like, damn, I'm
That's
gonna
her.
fuck the shit
Yeah.
out of her. And all these dudes
No,
coming
you're right. I do, my
vicariously
girl.
through my dick.
I do, and I gotta
Like,
get better.
If I was a dude, that's what I would do.
They're
I'd
bullshit
chicks want me. I
on her
As soon
gotta
as I
wall.
see a comment, I'll be
Her
like,
wall.
yeah, but I'm about to fuck her right now. Like, and I would just give her the dick.
I'm gonna go take that note.
That's what I would do.
Dave Neal, go get her. Dave
Thanks,
Neal,
guys.
everybody. There he goes. He's on Twitter. D Neals. Nealz. This is an extra special, compelling episode. Might be our least funny episode of Kill Tony that we've ever had, but a really compelling episode.
It's interesting.
I really like the stories of the people that we're meeting here. It's more of a drama, this one.
Yes.
We're entering the drama world at the Comedy Store and as a comedy podcast, but I like that we have that kind of range. Normally it's just like boom, 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 just continuous laughs. And sometimes being me, it gets boring to deal with that all the time, you know? I mean, you think of it night after night after night with my stand-up, with this show, it's just always, you know, home run derby. So it's nice to have an extra special, mellow, you know, story-based episode tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two regulars that do a brand new minute every single week.
Yes!
One of the regulars flew to London today for a
What?
3-week hiatus, and she will be back in 3 weeks. That's 19-year-old Thunder Horse Allie Makovsky, just an absolute monster, and we're so happy that she's part of the show. So we're going to go straight to our other regular, who I believe is in week 4 of being the newest regular on Kill Tony. We're so happy that she's part of the show. You know
So
her
happy.
from Kill Tony, the always interesting stylings of Melissa Esslinger. Here she is.
Hello. So I have a cousin who married a stripper. He married a stripper named Brittany, Britny, Brittany. And she has a tattoo on her butt that says "Cowgirl Up." Yeah. She's a stripper. Yeah. So she had a baby when she was 16, and she claims that it was rape. But the father has custody of the baby. I know responsibility feels a lot like rape. But it comes down to our choices, you know. Speaking of choices, I was at a party the other night and this guy offered me cocaine, and I told him that I was celebrating my 17th birthday. Put him in timeout for a little bit. That's it.
Yeah, 53 seconds. You shit from Melissa Esslinger. Probably my favorite joke of the night. I mean, it's about you. It's only on you. You're owning it. It's on your family. You're keeping it real. You know, all the questions that I ask people is to try to get shit about their real life out of them. You know, and with that, you're talking about something that only you can talk about. I almost like the fact that there's misdirects in the beginning and you're building this storyline before really getting in anything. The Cowgirl Up never ended up being used for anything. You're just painting a picture of this sort of super trashy Britney girl that we're learning about. Even the spelling of her name is just like such pure trash. Like, it's way too short. If you're gonna go with Britney, go with 2 T's, throw an E in there, do something. do anything but just go Britny. It's like somebody just sounded it out and was like, fuck it. Yeah.
Somebody was smoking weed when they was filling out that birth certificate.
Now, remind me, who is this again? Your brother's?
My cousin's wife. I really hope she's not listening because she gets very angry.
No, she's not. We don't have any.
I'm sure she doesn't have a radio.
A radio. Old man Kirk over there.
I'm pretty sure.
She doesn't have a shortwave radio.
She doesn't get K-Earth 101.
Yeah, Kirk thinks we're on FM right now. I love that.
Are we not?
It's Fraser Smith show, baby. 95.5 KLOS.
These are the jokes, folks.
Melissa, so fun.
Thanks.
How are you enjoying? I bet it's starting to get nerve-wracking. Is that something that you wrote this week?
Yeah. Well, no, not fully. I've done the name. The responsibility feels a lot like rape is the newest.
I like that because it's true.
Thank you.
I like that.
And it's smart. It's a smart rape joke, and it's a smart
responsibility.
Yeah, which is hard to combine those two
To
things.
combine rape and responsibility.
The fact that he got custody of the baby is hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Maybe pause a little though.
Okay.
Because that was really funny, and you
Thanks.
didn't really give anyone a chance to laugh at that. You just kind of.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. When you hear applause go up, definitely pump the brakes a little bit.
Okay.
It's so fun. You do anything fun this week?
I went to San Pedro yesterday, or I guess they say Pedro.
San Pedro.
Pedro.
That was fun.
How was that?
It was good. My knees.
Why did you go to
there.
San Pedro?
My friend took me there, and that's where I wanted to get out of.
That's where they bring in
city.
all the Russian mail order brides.
There was like this.
San Pedro.
I'm new to LA,
And the
so like I don't
canisters.
know all this stuff. But
Are
there's
you a
this-
wrestler?
No, but that's funny.
You have on wrestler shoes.
I do.
Well, those are
Those
short.
are gymnastic shoes, actually.
Those are short. But you could be Ronda Rousey's little sister. I could see that. There's
All
something
right.
there.
I'll take it.
I just dated a couple of wrestlers. They had shoes like those. That's all.
Tony, I
Probably
think
the
you
same
have some
size.
shoes like
I
these.
do. I wear that brand all the time on Atsuka Tigers, and I have a few pairs of actual wrestling shoes. They have more support. It's like cowboy boots.
Yeah, they
meets,
usually take them off for the big
You're
Well.
cowboy up, huh?
Tiffany, who you dating now?
Nobody. I'm single.
Really?
That's why I want to go with you to work on Thursday.
Guys, that's Melissa Esslinger. Catch her every single week on Call Tony. I'm telling you, as you can tell, she's naturally a nervous person. I think it's going to be so much fun watching her write and perform a new 60 seconds every single week. I couldn't be happier that she's part of the show. How about that drawing from Ryan J. Ebelt to tonight's episode? There it is. We did it. Nothing was there when we started, and now it's there. With a special Gerard Carmichael season 2. Gerard's just on the drawing.
Is that Gerard or Eddie Murphy?
Guys, Josh Martin Comic made it all happen tonight. Follow him on Twitter. Patty Reagan is Patty Reagan, Pattyregan. Buy his album, buy everything he's doing. Check out his stuff on YouTube. Kirk Fox is Kirk Fox. The new Rush Hour. He's one half of the new Rush Hour, everybody. Kirk motherfucking Fox. Follow him on Twitter. He's one of my top 5 favorite tweeters in the entire world at Kirk Fox.
Yes, he's hilarious.
And how about one more time for season 2 of the Carmichael Show's Tiffany Haddish, everybody. So much fun. We did it again. Thank you. Thank you, live audience. Good
most depressing episode of the year goes to... Compelling. Keyword is compelling. That's our sell word. Depressing is a whole different word. Compelling.